Yo, what is up guys? Dizzy Collector here, bringing you my top 10 Star Wars Sith action figures that I own. So, I've got my 10 favorite picked out, sitting right above me, looking at them now, and goddamn, I love my Sith figures. They just look amazing on the shelf together, all these red lightsabers sticking out everywhere. Looks fantastic, but I had to pick out my top 10. But before I do that, I just want to throw in some honorable mentions. Malik, very nice figure. Definitely like this character, and the figure does him some justice. The elbows let it down for me. I hate those swiveled elbows. Don't like them at all, but still looks very menacing on the shelf. And when you take this thing off here, he has got that messed up face in there, if you can see that, which is really cool. So yeah, that's my first honorable mention. And then my second honorable mention, Plagueis. He almost made it into my number 10, but the one that he got beat out by my number 10. So yeah, anyway, no, still very nice figure. Actually, rarity, well, I'm not sure if I want to say rarity, but the want for him has definitely picked up these last few months, and his price has skyrocketed. There was a time when I owned 3 of him. I traded 2 off to good friends, one in the UK and one here in Australia. So had to hook up some friends, but made sure I kept one for myself. So that is my honorable mentions out of the way. Now to kick off this top 10, we have Darth Bane. So beautiful figure to look at, fantastic. This the obelisk armor is really cool. Actually took me a really long time to track down this mask. I had him probably for a year and a half without having the mask. So when I finally got to put that mask on for the first time, it felt great. So Darth Bane coming in my 10th spot. Now, number 9. We have the Devourer of Worlds Galactus. We have Duff Nihlus here. Another fantastic figure. Very, color scheme wise, very basic, but that's what I like about him. It's like this soulless being, just black with this white face mask that resembles like a skull with the red. It just looks fantastic. This tattered cape and all the holes in his Sith gown, I guess. He just looks really menacing. Looks like sort of like a Reaper, which I absolutely love. Fantastic. Very cool. Sweet character. Sweet figure. Alright. Coming in at number 8, we have Malgus. Now, when I found this figure, it was defying all odds. I found him actually on peg at a supermarket at the beginning of 2015, I believe. And oh man, or 2014, I think. Yes, 2014. And I didn't really know much about him, or really knew. This was when I was getting into the expanded universe. But oh man, this dude has got some crazy sculpting. All these little buttons and stuff just really make the figure pop. Just all this textured sculpting, it just looks amazing. And this head sculpt is beautiful. Awesome lightsaber blades as well. And you have the removable one on the side here. And that soft goods with the wire in there, fantastic. And these big broad shoulders, they look great. So definitely dig this figure at my number 8 spot. Number 7, we have Darth Krayt, ruler of the One Sith. Love all the ornate detailing on this guy. Fantastic sculpt. Just looks amazing. Really cool character. The Legacy comics are my favorite of any Star Wars comics I've read. The what are these? The Yuvin Von Coral, I think, lightsaber hilts. They look fantastic. When you take the helmet off, he has all those tattoos and the different colored eyes, which look amazing. So let me see if I can just get in there, show you that. Yeah, that looks really great. I like this lighting setup that I have going on here as well. Just really good. This big white area is perfect for photos and videos. This will be my new review area. So that is Darth Krayt. Oh, I just want to mention one other thing about him. What would really make him pop is a wash, which is a, you know, how do I explain it for guys that don't do customizing or whatever. It's like a very thin watery paint that sits in the recesses that makes the sculpt pop. It would look really good on him, but I can't, I'm not going to do that to this figure. I can't bring myself to alter it at all. If I ever got a second one for cheap, I would do that straight away. But that's the one letdown. But the sculpt work is so amazing, so beautiful, that he still is very high on my list. Alright, number 6 spot, we have the man himself, Darth Revan. So, oh man, this figure I was looking for everywhere. I think I ended up getting him from the Netherlands. I think I won him on eBay from the Netherlands or something like that. Do have his coin as well, so from the 30th anniversary. Dude, this figure just... the sculpt, the overall look, everything is just beautiful. This helmet looks great. And comes with the red lightsaber blade and the unignited one as well. This was the purple one, I think. And everything is just really, this looks great on the back here. You can take that off. Looks cool, has all these little hook things. I'm not sure what's up with his head. I never understood that bald head for some reason, but I'm very happy that I own this guy. Doesn't have the greatest amount of articulation in the legs, but with this robe you weren't going to be using that too much, I don't think, but you do have sculpting and paintwork in under there as well, so that's very cool. In this sort of malleable soft plastic hood and cloak, just attaches on under the chin, sits on like that. You can see the face mask really well, and yeah, it looks really cool. And it sort of looks like a corn cob here, but it looks cool. So yeah, Darth Revan. All right, number 5th spot we have Darth Phobos from the Force Unleashed 1. She came in those multi-packs. So what I like about her is she's very bright. She pops. You look at her on the shelf and she doesn't really fit in with the rest of the Sith because they're so dark. They're blacks, reds, silvers. Then you've just got her with purple, pink, blue. She just looks fantastic. It really jumps out at you on the shelf. Blue hair is very cool. She's got those weird like sort of goat feet, which I think looks really nice. Bring her close a little bit. There we go, it's a bit better. That lightsaber is just huge compared to a Darth Maul one. The Darth Maul one comes to about, I think, here. And hers is just like a half an inch on each end or something extra. And that whole custom lightsaber hilt there, it looks fantastic. Nothing like I've ever seen before on any other figure. And just the skin tone just really pops, looks really great. So definitely dig this. Coming in at my number 4th spot, we have Darth Talon. So sort of for the same reason, she does pop on the shelf with the red and the black tattoos over the top. The booty, and no. But no, she just does look fantastic. I love how she has the long leku, really long compared to like Aayla Secura's that come to maybe half of that. Hers are much longer. Looks fantastic. She's armored up to the knees, showing off a bit of skin, that sort of thing. These are cool. These are just that soft plastic. But yeah, one downfall of this figure is no elbow articulation or wrist articulation. But that's not enough to detract too much from the figure So she's definitely going to be my number 4 spot for a long time. Number 3, we have the cybernetic, robotic, half cyborg Darth Maul from the San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack with Owen Lars. Oh man, this figure is 100% my favourite Darth Maul figure that has ever been made. The tattoos, just all the detail, all the sculpt on the legs, all the articulation in the legs as well. They bend at the knees, which is really cool. The toes look crazy menacing. Looks fantastic. This lightsaber hilt, it's like this, just definitely way different to a normal Darth Maul lightsaber. And the blades are actually removable as well. These huge horns on his head, that menacing look that he's got going on there. And I like how he's got the wraps up his arms. They look fantastic. Oh, since this fell off, oops, since this came off now, I'll give you a better look at that. Looks very cool. Need to fix him up. He's sitting a bit back on his base, which is making him lean back a bit. So yeah, very fantastic figure. Recommend picking him up. I actually have him in the box as well, mock, which actually cost me, funny enough, I paid more for a loose figure than I did for him mint in box. So as soon as I saw that on eBay, I jumped on it. Alright, second spot, we have Raxus Prime Starkiller. Oh my god, this figure is beautiful. It took me so long to find this guy. I knew a friend of mine that had him, that was slowly getting out of action figures and more into HOTS toys, owned this and loved it, and was just selling off everything else beforehand that he could to fund Hot Toys before he got to the figures that he didn't really want to sell. So I was waiting for so long for him to finally decide to sell him, and when he did, I picked him up for 35 Australian dollars off him in a I bought more than just him. I think I bought like $150, $200 worth of figures off him in one go, and I worked out it was $35 for him, which was so good, such a great price. In the second market, I actually haven't seen it go for less than that before. So 35 Australian is probably about 30, 28 US dollars. I would think something around there. But I just love how heavy duty he looks, is I guess the word I'm looking for. Just all wrapped up like heavy training gear. Looks fantastic. That metal gauntlet there, the metallic hand, all these just heavy wraps. He looks like training in the military for dog training. They're all wrapped up. Let the dogs, jump on their arms and bite them and stuff. Or for flying eagles, they have that as well. So this looks fantastic, and I just love the wrap around the head. No, I think you have to take the head off for it. I'm just going to leave it on. No, he looks amazing. Underneath he's got his little pouches and stuff. So I just can't get enough of this guy. Alright, there was 2 for my number 1 spot. So, first one that I had for my number 1 spot, I didn't want to get him out because he's got stuff on top of him right now because he is mint in box. It's Lord Malival from the Joker Squad pack. I've got him set up behind my Sith with some stormtroopers on the top, so I didn't want to take everything off. But he was definitely my toss-up for number 1. But what took the spot and what has been my number 1 for forever since I got the figure was, and bear with me, he doesn't want to stand on his base very well, was Darth Nihlus. This guy is fucking beautiful. look at him. Look at all this detail. The shoulder pads, the chest armor, the gauntlets, the everything. That lightsaber blade. See what I mean? The lightsaber blade, the coral saber with the hook on the end, or whatever you want to call it. It is just amazing. And around the back here, he's got all that sculpting with the red that just stands out on his gunmetal and black armor. He's got the white and the grey skin with the, you know, the spikes, sort of what it looks like. It is just amazing. I dig this. This is my jam. To me, this is a perfectly designed character. I just love everything about it. And the figure is very, very solid. The one downfall is the pegs in the feet the holes for the pegs in the feet aren't deep enough, so he doesn't really want to stand on a base too well. And the way I display everything, I have them on bases, looking very uniform in line. So it's just how I do it. But no, he looks. What did someone call him that made me laugh because it was so true? I think Hot Topic Elf is what I think someone called him, and it just made me laugh because it's true. He does look like a Hot Topic Elf. But no, beautiful figure, absolutely amazing. I love everything about it. This is the pinnacle for me in Sith action figures. This is the cream of the crop. Even Exar Kun, this would still be my number one. If I had Exar Kun, this is where Exar Kun would be if I had him. But no, this would still be my number one. Definitely, I'm just lost for words. This is it. This is the top pick. Everything. Perfection to me personally. This is just what I love to see in an action figure. This sort of design, everything, the fucking... Man, I'm just talking shit right now because it's just... I can't find the perfect words to describe how I feel about this character design. It is awesome. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. I'm going to stop this video now because I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 Sith action figure countdown review of the figures that I own. So I got to remember this is of the figures that I personally own right now, not overall. So, man, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.